going on? There's another episode of
Are You Next?
Are you next?
Please subscribe.
And don't hide.
Hit like and share.
Like, share, let's go.
So today's discussion is we're gonna let Cammy
Cam.
start us off.
Yes. Well, today's topic is about someone who has a husband of 7 years and a boyfriend of 4.
She has a husband.
7 years, and her side boyfriend 4 years. They
know each other? They know
no, and the thing is, the bottom line is,
That's
this is to my ladies and my gentlemen. If you agree, I mean, you know, I don't. Let me just give you a spill. So she has her husband of 7 years, her boyfriend of 4. The boyfriend is more of the husband, and the husband is just blah. Yeah, because her plight is that the husband doesn't do. He just provides. Like, he gives her money. They barely are like
intimate.
Right, but he's always in the house. It's not like he's out in the street, like where she could be like he's cheating.
Do the boyfriend know?
No,
the boyfriend
just the husband just a sucker.
Listen, no, I don't know.
He's not a sucker. I don't think
he's a sucker.
How's he a sucker? He's being cheated on.
He's a sucker. You got to figure that out.
But wait. So the boyfriend doesn't. They don't know about each other. I don't know how she's rocking this, but the boyfriend now finds out that she has a husband, because he kept saying, like, why you always got to be at my house? Like, I'm tired. Like, why? But she had him thinking that she was staying with her sister.
Nah, that's still suspect. You can't date nobody for 4 years and not once go in their crib.
No, but she knows that he was in a situation when they first got together, and his situation is no longer. So he wants to be exclusively with her, living.
So, but he was dating. He was dating somebody for.
She was a
years.
side piece for him.
She was his side piece. She met him. He already had a relationship. Him and his person was living together. So he was the side thing. So she didn't care about that because she knows she had a husband. She failed to tell him that she had a husband. But now that he's not in his situation anymore, he wants to be exclusive with her.
Can I say something?
He wants them to live together, whatever. But she can't because her husband is still there. She's trying to find a way.
Can I say something? Why this dickhead would think she would even want a relationship with him when you're stepping out on your significant other to hang with her? Why would she think she would want to be with him?
Some women.
Yes, and some men as well.
And they all bozos.
You know why? Because
they bozos.
Because in that relationship, you believe we telling each other the truth.
You signed up for a part-time position with no benefits, and you think it's gonna go full-time?
So the whole thing is messy because and I will blame her for everything, because one, you went into a situation where first of all, you knew you had a husband. That's one. You was married to this man.
And women normally don't lie.
That's not even counting.
Women normally don't lie.
Oh, no, that's not true. We are the biggest liars in the world. We lie with our hair, we lie with our bodies, we lie with
What I'm
everything.
saying is, women is quick to tell a man, listen, I'll fuck with you, but I got somebody. A lot of women is quicker to do that.
That's not true. Some women.
She was scary then.
No, some women, if they want to mess with somebody, they will lie and say they don't. They're just like a man. They will lie.
My thing is, okay, I'm coming as a side chick. I know you got a woman. What I got to lie to you for? You got somebody.
Because that person may potentially say, you know what, now you got a man. Some men are like that. They were like, nah, that's too much. That's tricky.
Hell, you got a whole wife at home.
Some men don't give a damn. Some men don't want it, greedy. They're like, nah, you got a man too. Not everybody's going to be on board.
That whole...
There's no one monolith of anything.
I think
that's a circus over there.
I think men and females like equally.
Correct.
Y'all just foul with it.
Well, we foul with it.
Cause you could tell me that's my baby, fam. Like that's crazy. You could fuck my whole world up.
Only if you sign the birth certificate, you can fuck your world up. You could tell me.
You don't think so?
You could tell me it's my baby.
Can I do something?
All you want.
How can I? What foul can I do to you?
But wait, hold up. Are you speaking in levels of foulness? Because a woman can, yes, lie and say this is your baby and it not be your baby. You can also lie and say with the woman that You made a baby on her with her friend and say that's not my baby when it is your baby. So it could be
no.
equality there.
No, but that's not really affecting you far as like
What?
financially and
How?
How?
Because your money that you spend on him is coming from my household.
If we get married and you tell me for 9 months this is our baby, we going to Lamar's class and shit like this. I'm giving this big head nigga my last name. I'm telling my whole family
Lamar's
I'm
class.
Come on, my whole family think I'm looking like a dweeb when they find out this nigga look like Space Guard.
Okay.
I'm looking like a dweeb. I'm not.
I can't.
How can you top that? How can a male top that?
You can top that, like I just said.
How?
It's the same thing.
I'm giving
Women punches hit harder than men punches.
That's because y'all not as strong as we are when it comes to
It's because the thing is
y'all cry and cry and cry when y'all find out that your woman had a side dude or been cheating.
The thing
we gotta take it.
It's easy,
but y'all can't handle it
because it's easy for a female to cheat than a nigga can.
First of all, when a man can have a threesome and a woman can join with no problem, they don't really have issues, right? When two women on the man. We ain't trying to share our backyard with nobody. Regular men ain't trying to share.
But women have to share.
No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. You're not listening to what I'm saying. Men naturally not trying to share their shit with nobody.
Their main chick,
nothing with nobody.
We were territorial.
Yeah, very territorial. So it's just like a dog mark their territory. They don't want that because they don't want nobody coming in the backyard.
Do you hear what you're saying? You said men don't want to share their main, which means there is a side.
No,
excuse me.
They don't care about the side.
But right. But what I'm saying is, you're still saying that you have a side. But wait,
because I'm trying. You cut me off from making my point.
No, but you said that men don't like sharing. Period.
Because you're cutting me off from making my point. My point is what I'm trying to explain to you why it hit harder when women do us bad than y'all do y'all, because we already territorial. So when we feel somebody invaded our space, which is our woman, it hits harder than when y'all feel like y'all been done dirty. That's the difference.
You can't speak for a woman's feelings on how we feel because wait, hold on. Let me come to what he was saying. So when a woman has a man, because we don't have side pieces until y'all start doing stupidness.
You just said the guy was sitting on the couch.
Let me finish. No. I'm that's that situation. But you said men as in general, like everyone.
You just said y'all only have a side piece if we fuck up.
That's not
the guy ain't fuck up on the couch.
Hold on. That's someone I can't speak for some women. Let me speak for me.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, let me speak for me. So if I was to have a side piece, it would only be because I am now done with you, because you're no longer going to be with me. So it would appear to you that I'm cheating on you, but no, I've left you already. You're just still around and haven't came to terms with the fact that I've left you. But I'm doing me. So it's never going to be because if you're my man, it's no main. You're my man. We're not like men who have side. Wait, excuse me.
You just define the cheating.
No. The difference is he said men generally men don't like to share their women, right? Mm-hmm. So you should not have been having a main in the first place. That should have just been your woman overall. But when you say your main, you're meaning that there's others, but this is just your main one. So when your main one has been touched by someone else, it hurts harder. But women have husbands and boyfriends who are just that. And you don't know how it hits us when we find out that we've been cheated on. After we've been washing clothes, cooking, helping out with the house, helping out with kids that don't belong to us, that belong to you, and other things that we have to deal with. But you out there doing you, while I'm in here with your son doing homework, keeping the house clean and whatever it is that I'm supposed to be doing, while you outside having a good time with another woman, and then I find out, it's just that we deal with it better. We're stronger.
You deal with it better. You say you're not speaking for everybody because everybody else don't operate like that. If a man, say for instance, the guy that's sitting on the couch, he's doing nothing. Why is he being cheated on?
Because no. The man on the couch is doing nothing. We don't know what is really going on.
She the one who stepped out on him.
But Cam, you just
She said
Cam,
listen, she's stepping out on him because he's not doing what her husband is supposed to do. There's no affection.
Y'all never satisfied.
Listen, it's not about not satisfied.
It is.
Listen to me. If you had a wife, right? This is your wife. Y'all live together, whatever. There's no, hi honey, how are you? No hugs, kisses, no affection, no nothing. Y'all just in the house. He's in his phone, you're in your phone. No real communication or whatever the case may be. Really, y'all just ignoring each other. Y'all just existing in the house.
Okay.
But
are you playing any part of that?
no, I'm just saying, listen.
Are you playing any part of that?
You're both are playing a part.
Okay, so but then you said if you mentally step out, it's because you left out of the relationship.
No, listen. What I'm saying is what drove the person into that situation is because this person is doing all the things that the husband is not.
Why drove them to that?
No excuse for cheating.
What?
Why did it drive them to that? Because you can't communicate.
There are always. I'm not saying excuse.
If you're not happy, listen, wait.
There's reason.
If you're not happy
excuse.
with something, speak to your significant other.
Who says she hasn't? We're not going
I don't know.
Listen, we're not going into those details. Hold on, we're not going into those details. This person, I know. This person has been through stuff. I've seen it. It's just that now I'm like, wow, though, because I didn't know about the other person. But
you seen it through her eyes. Did you speak to him to get his side of the story?
no, listen. Later, I'm not going by her story. I'm not going by his story. I'm going by how I see how they interact. I really don't know the gist of whatever.
Behind closed doors.
I have several
There's no
times.
excuses
excuse
for
me,
cheating. Period.
I have several times. We're not talking about excuses. There's reason.
There's no reasons for cheating.
Anyway, I disagree with that too.
Leave.
I disagree.
If you really want, leave. Don't
disagree.
sit there because he paying the bill.
But listen, you don't get, who gets a divorce overnight? That's technically.
You just said for 3 years on one end, 4 years of 7 years of marriage, 3 years as a side nigga. You got more than enough time.
Listen, if you have said.
You making excuses.
By law, unless the documentation says
You're
divorce.
making excuses.
Excuse me. Please, unless the documentation says you are divorced, you were legally separated or whatever, technically you are still married, you're still dwelling in the same household, you're still married. There's nothing that said you're divorced or separated. He didn't move out for a whole year. So there was no legal separation.
Can I say something?
Hold on. If I tell you, my husband, we're done, I don't want to be with you no more, and you don't take me serious and I start doing me, that's on you, honey. That's on you.
That's all bullshit.
No, it's
because at the end of the day, if you've been in a marriage for 7 years, in 3 years you had a side nigga, so you split it already. It's them that split.
No, that he became the side nigga because
for 3 years. You had more than enough time to see that the person you don't want to be bothered for your couch.
Calm down.
When she talk loud, it's okay. I'm talking loud now.
No, wait.
Because my thing is,
no.
Y'all keep making this excuse. The girl knows she didn't want to be with this nigga for 3 years.
That's not, listen, let me give you the big spill, okay? So this is how it starts. I'm only going off of what was told to me. So this is the thing. I don't know how long they've had issues, but friends and people, we have eyes, we see. We just, some people mind their business. Anyway, what she had said was, she had said to him, they've been to counsel and everything. It's failing. He is just not what he's supposed to be as far as a husband. She said he's like a recluse. He doesn't go outside, is what she said. And when it's time for them to have fun or whatever, he's agitated. She said so he met her like that, and now he wants to change her. Everything she does is annoying to him or whatever. So her thing is, why stay married to me? I'm not happy. She's telling him these things.
Okay. Wait.
Let me finish. So let me ask you a question. Sometimes I can understand why somebody cheats. In a situation like that, I kind of can see. But why, if you had these many years, if she cheated on him for 4 years, she had time for preparation to get her shit together. Why didn't she leave? Why 4 years?
Because, like she said, she's
because the benefits is good.
I was just about to say, no, that's his mindset. That's what I was about to allude to. She said that his thing is he ain't going nowhere because they've been together a certain amount of years and they've been married 7. They put too much into the house or whatever. He doesn't want to leave whatever benefits comes along with that. So,
who's the breadwinner?
Doesn't make a difference.
No, I'm saying now. This is the problem. No, what you know the breadwinner is, you know where it's going.
I would think that he is.
Okay. So he's the breadwinner, right? He's saying, I ain't leave. where if you're not happy with him, he don't want no divorce because he's a fucking turtle that want to sit on the couch and do that. He content. He don't see nothing wrong.
But she feels like her name is on the house.
Let me say,
and the deed.
you feel this whole shit is a muck, and I'm unhappy. If you're unhappy, leave. You're not leaving because it's benefits in it.
Hold on, easy said, but I
It's benefits in
I don't
it.
think someone should cheat for 4 years. I get it. The relationship is not doing too good.
You went to counseling.
You found out.
And they did all of that.
You went to counseling.
But
Think about it.
What I'm saying
Once
is,
the counseling work is over.
No. What I'm saying is, 4 years. You had a side piece for 4 years.
3.
That's foul. You foul. Period.
That means you went out. Go. Why keep punishing yourself?
No.
You went to counseling.
Now with this.
See, once you said counseling, that
once
means
you do 4 years,
it's all gone.
Opinion, now you're just being selfish.
No, she ain't business. She's smart. All right, he's on the couch. My bills is being paid, and I still go play with this nigga over here.
He's not on the couch. They have like separate rooms. They have a house. Like
they roommates.
Yeah.
Is exclusive roommate. He pay everything. I ain't gotta fuck you, and I'm getting good dick over here, and a big roll over here.
But wait,
why would she leave?
My thing is just because he's like.
Why would she leave?
I'm like, you sure he wasn't gay? Like you never.
Whoa,
you know what I'm saying? Like.
Whoa. So they don't sleep together?
Wait.
They roommates.
Let me recant.
Come on. They don't sleep together?
You
They
can.
don't sleep in the snow. Not
Why,
anymore.
you
She said
couldn't
they
read
sleep
between the
together.
lines with that.
So time out. And now in that
That's why I said she's not cheating. She told him that
No.
they was done.
No, she's not cheating.
That's what I said. I said she told me they were done.
Rock on.
And he said he put too much money into that house. She feel like she put buy me out. They going through this thing right now. Like you gotta buy me out. Nobody wants to buy each other out. So she's living
So
her
it's
life.
cheaper to keep her.
That's what I'm saying.
Then I don't see nothing wrong in that situation, to be honest with you.
Because he feels cheaper to keep her. If I get rid of her, there's a lot of assets going with her.
That is exactly what she said.
So he said, "Fuck it, I'm not doing nothing."
He said he's not losing. He put too much. Put too much of his.
All right, then that scenario is nothing. It's nothing really crazy about that scenario.
It is something crazy because if you really was unhappy, you should have left. But you're not gonna leave the benefits.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I said if I was in, I told her, I said if I were you, if I was in that predicament, I would just
now you
move
in
out and
love
get
over
my place.
here.
But she's saying like she's enjoying like the guy or whatever, but now he wants to be exclusive with her and she don't want that.
Yeah, because it's gonna fuck up her money. She ain't stupid.
Nah, I don't think that. I think
It is that she gonna
Nah, she wanna keep her
he
options
gonna
open.
fuck up the money. I can't give you what you asking for because I got a situation over here.
Nah, she want to keep her options open.
I think for
No,
me,
there's no options.
I think the thrill is over because he's now available.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I think.
That's definitely what it is.
I think the thrill is
because
over.
now, see, I was playing with you part time. Now you done cut yours off. You think you gonna be with me? Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, I think that's what I think.
And maybe
Thank you, but no thank you.
Maybe she don't respect him.
No, it ain't that.
It could be. It
What
could
they
be a
signed,
host of things.
the contract was we came, meet for an hour, 2 hours, 3 times out the week, and we went our ways. Now you want it permanent? No, nigga, we ain't getting nothing permanent.
Why would she date someone that
She just told you what happened. They went to counseling, it ain't working, nobody want to leave each other.
The side nigga. Why would she make the side nigga the main nigga?
The side nigga, not the main nigga. He trying to force to be the main nigga.
What happened is that the side dude has all of the qualities and all of the things that she's wanted in her husband. Like he greets her, you know, he hugs
For
her,
now.
he shows her affection.
For now.
They have great sex, she
And
says.
this is why.
That's for now.
He takes her places.
Because she don't live with him. Because there's a whole different nigga when you live with him.
And
she don't know that
but
yet.
that's what he wants now, and
Yeah.
she doesn't want that.
You don't want
This is
that.
why
You better not go with it.
And this is why females make these fucked up.
The 80-20 rule. You don't want that.
She want.
Make us look bad, man.
She want.
But you can't.
What is
Yo,
the 80-20 rule? What is that?
80-20?
Yeah, I saw that in the movie,
Yeah.
but what is that? Exactly?
80-20 is
Why you look at me like that?
because you go on chasing the
So why
20.
you gonna say something you don't know what it means?
I didn't say 8-20.
You
He said
chasing
it.
the
I didn't say
20. I said it. 80-20 rule.
But I heard
going-
you mention it.
You
No,
chasing
no.
the 20 what you think is the 80.
What does that mean?
Meaning you left your house to go over here because you thought it was much better on this side, and when you get there, it ain't nothing what you. It's worse than what you left because it looked good. It glitz and glam over there, and you got there like, oh, this bitch don't do this, or he or she ain't worth shit. I'm mad I left my shit.
But that makes a question. Do she respect the side dude that want to be the main? Do she respect him?
To a certain extent.
She speaks highly of him, but she's like, no, she doesn't want to live. She doesn't want to live with another man.
Like I
She
said,
doesn't
to a
wanna-
certain extent.
Nah, why would
It
she
is.
trust
It's a
her?
part.
I mean, personally, I thought she was
Look-
open off the
look at
guy.
the
So when
look
she
at the
said she
scenario.
didn't want to move, like live together,
because see-
I think you know what I think. I don't think it's just because I think it is part of the thrill, but I think also she thinks that I think she knows that because that's an admission of like if it was to come to like a divorce or whatever, all of that could be brought about. She can't get anything from her husband. You know what I'm saying? That would potentially mess her up. Like she couldn't get alimony. She was the cheater.
Because it's
Then she don't
adultery.
have nothing
It's
on
adultery
him.
problem.
Right. So I think that's why she's like, nah. But I think if they was divorced and she got benefits,
Now, if she could catch him
she would
cheating,
jump. She would be on
if
it
she
with
could
him.
catch him
But the
cheating,
thing is,
then
the
she could get out of
dude
it.
is now the one that the boyfriend, the one that wants to be with her. He's giving her slack. Like he's giving her ultimatum. Like if you're not whatever, he's moving on because he's like, look. You've been playing with me. He's like, all these years, I could never come
See,
to
that
your
ain't
house.
fair.
That's not.
That
He's
ain't
like,
fair.
all these
He's a
years,
bird.
I
He's
could
a
never
That
come to
ain't
your
that
house.
ain't fair because now you telling her or you playing me, motherfucker. You just had a whole situation just because you can't show shit.
But she knew about his situation, so don't do that. Don't take that from him.
Because I'm saying is
she was okay with his
she
situation.
signed up with you because you had somebody. I never dealt with you as a fucking single man.
What you forgetting is he did not know that she had a husband. He was in the blind. He's thinking he couldn't come stay
Okay,
with her
you know
because
now.
she's living with her sister.
Okay, you know now.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Now, no.
Hold up. He didn't know she was married.
She never
She never told her because it never came up.
Okay. And he had a situation.
When they met, right? When they met, she knew that this guy had a lady that he lived with. They was having problems. That's how they became friends. They started out as friends. That's how they became into a relationship in the first place. Leaning on each other, discussing stuff.
For 4 years, though.
So look, hold on. No, she knew him for 4, but she's been in that relationship with him for 3. She's knew him for 4.
Okay, 3 years.
But listen, the guy and the girl that he was having the issues with, it wound up, severing their ties, whatever the case may be. He moved out, left her, whatever. He moved his out.
Why?
So listen, I don't know all those
I know
particulars.
why.
The long story short,
They got good over there.
he's letting her know, like, look, we could come and be one now because the situation with me and whatever the girl name is
He
done.
was chasing that 20.
It's finalized. Like we never getting back together. Like so, you don't have to live with your sister no more.
Never chase the
She's
20.
still saying she can't because she's still lying. He does not know. He suspects, and that's why they're having drama because he suspects that there's someone else, and that's why
Oh, she still never came clean?
No, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. He's the victim.
She don't owe him nothing. Fuck him.
Hold on, who's the victim?
I think the boyfriend is the victim.
Nah, I ain't no fucking victim.
You didn't know
Nah, I don't give a fuck. You was cheating.
Hold on,
You was cheating. That's what happens. Fuck that nigga. Nah.
Because he was cheating on his girlfriend. Listen,
When you step out, that's what happens.
listen.
You can't. I don't think you could do something foul to somebody and then play the victim when it gets
Exactly.
done to you. He cheated on his wife for 3 years. Now that
No, they wasn't married. They was just boyfriend.
we got to the
girlfriend.
point he cheated. He did.
No, I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't feel like when you are in a relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend. That's not cheating. That's a contract y'all made amongst each other,
Okay,
which
but,
is
okay,
made to be broken.
the street-
You're only cheating on when you're
she
husband
right.
and wife.
Technically,
You're
if
only
it's not,
cheating
if
on
you're
when
not
husband
married,
and wife.
if you're not husband and wife, technically she right.
For the record, he was in a relationship. We had a verbal agreement. You broke that verbal agreement.
It's okay to do that.
No, it's not okay.
Yes, it is.
No, how?
I know that verbal contract that you had with you and the
That
Where do
verbal
you
con- that verbal
where do you
contract
see
get
in any
motherfuckers
where
killed.
do
That
you
That breaking that
where do you
verbal
see in any Bible where
Hold up.
it says
Wait. She right because marriage makes it real. That boyfriend girlfriend shit is a verbal contract.
it's first of all it's invalid. It's a violation.
No,
in
it's not.
all Bibles it tells you you're not supposed to be sleeping or having relationships unwedded.
Y'all getting up the topic. You trying to tell me because
No,
this is my girlfriend for
No, she
3
breaking it down why she feel
And
he's
I
a
get it.
victim,
No.
which he's not.
So because that's how you feel. So that 3 years means nothing. So that means nothing.
No, listen,
That don't make you
listen.
a foul person.
Hold on.
Don't make you a foul person.
Yeah, I mean, both of them are foul.
Who make who a foul person?
So now that's kind of a contradiction. First you said it's not cheating because we're not married, but it's foul if I cheat.
No, I'm not talking about that. I said all of them are
She
foul.
said
meaning-
technically.
I'm talking about it's the act is foul, but that's not cheating. The
Technically,
act is foul because
technically, she right.
You're being sneaky when you know I'm your girlfriend, I'm your boyfriend, and I'm sleeping with somebody else. That's sneaky and it is foul. But is it cheating? No,
Yes,
that's
it
not
is.
his wife.
Listen, it is cheating.
All right.
It's not.
cheating.
No.
You know what
Technically,
cheating
it's
is?
not.
How you keep saying because we're not married? We
That-
get that part. I get that.
Let me ask you this.
I don't
let me ask you
care
this.
about all
Wait.
that. I get that.
But before you go on, let me ask you something. If you're not married, you're single, right?
Yeah.
Think of that's no question.
Get what you're
It's a yes or no
saying.
question.
That's the obvious.
No, listen. It's a listen.
Now you want to change the rule of dating.
No,
now
I'm not
because
trying to. I'm trying to
it's
show you
your
something.
How you changing the
Technically-
rules?
changing the rules.
No, technically.
Oh,
listen.
because I'm not married, it's not changed. I'm gonna do the fuck I want to do.
But if you had a verbal contract with a woman and said, okay, we're
Fuck
going to
the
be
verbal. Technically, if you're not married, you single, right? Yes or no question?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So.
That's the obvious. Though.
Okay, now you went on
I
your.
can't get no money from you for you cheating
No,
on
fuck
me.
that.
That's-
You went.
that's
Look.
obvious.
You went on
can't
your
get in no
own.
trouble.
So
I can't get in no
let me ask you a
trouble.
question. Let me ask you a question. Yes or no? And I've been quiet this whole time. if a guy come home, I'm sorry, I'm asking you that question. I'm asking both of that question.
Pause.
Okay, if you come home, if a woman come home and she find her man in bed with another female, if she kills him, can she go to prison?
Yes.
If they marry, no.
No.
If they marry, no. Crime of passion. Married.
No, but if she's not married, it's still a crime of passion.
No.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No.
Nope.
You can't even
gotta
say.
you gotta be
can't-
married.
You would have to say, first
gotta
and
be
foremost,
married.
first of all,
Okay.
wait, time out.
Would you? Okay. So if you was on the jury, you gonna say she guilty? Be honest, Cam.
Hold on.
Answer my question.
Listen,
Answer that one question.
listen. The only thing she's guilty.
If they single,
Wait.
she guilty.
Hold on. The only thing I'm going to say she's guilty of is committing murder. You know why? She had no right to do that because one, he wasn't promised to you. That wasn't your property. That wasn't nothing to you. That was just some guy that y'all said we're going to be together. This was always been my philosophy. Always has been my philosophy. And I have been cheated on, but I took it like whatever because guess what? It wasn't mine in the first place. He was for the streets. So at the end of the day, I can't get mad at some guy who said, oh, I want to sleep with her tomorrow and I want to sleep with her tonight. I want to sleep with her tonight. All I could tell myself is, you know what? Remove yourself from this bad behavior and do better. But I can't say, you cheating on me.
See, the problem is, the key is, people respect the verbal agreement.
You can't say I'm cheating on you.
No.
I'm ashamed of
Because what I'm trying to tell you, people respect the verbal agreement of boyfriend,
where
girlfriend.
the cheating comes
right?
from is when you sneaky and you lying. You're not telling me. I was cheated of the truth. You didn't tell me that you were going to start dating another woman.
You're trying to tell me. You're trying to tell me. This is what y'all telling me right now.
Yeah.
If you're not in it, if you're not married, it's not cheating. That's what you're saying.
Basically.
It's not.
So hold on.
Technically, I'm telling you, know, listen what I'm saying. Technically, you're not. What y'all
I
came
get
to.
it technically because I'm not married. I get that part.
No,
but fuck all that.
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Because
When you agree to be boyfriend and
there's
girlfriend,
like 6 billion people not married that's in relationships.
it's like a promise.
Tell them fuck it.
I understand what you're saying. You're saying like it's like a promissory note. We agreed to something. When you're single, that person single, you single, y'all agreed to something. All right, we
Okay.
seeing each other.
Okay.
So when you feel like you got violated because somebody stepped out of the little agreement you have, yes, you're
When
hurt.
you go to court,
You're hurt.
when you go to court, your claim is not even valid in court.
That's what we were saying. That's all we saying.
You say, oh, he was cheating on me. I came
Two
home.
people could be right at this situation.
Listen, but so all y'all doing is stating the obvious.
No, two people's right at the situation.
All you doing is stating the obvious.
What's the obvious?
The obvious. I'm not married. Granted. So if I cheat, that don't make me foul. 'cause
You
I'm not
didn't
married.
cheat. That's what we trying to tell you.
Okay, so if
You're
I have
not
a cheat-
cheating.
Wait, hold on. Let's define what cheating is. Let's
You're
do
not
this.
cheating.
Let's do
Because
this.
you're both single, technically.
You keep saying that technically. I get it.
Now,
get it.
Your verbal contract, okay, between
So,
y'all,
Cammy.
two, it matters.
So Cammy.
Like she said, the
before
court
you
law
got
don't matter.
married and you found out your husband cheated the night before, you still married
That's
him?
a husband.
I said the night before. You ain't Cammy, that's the night before.
Before you get married?
Yeah. The night before.
That's a good one.
Huh?
You found out your husband cheated the night before.
That's a good one.
Won't be no husband.
Why?
Because it's not, it's because he's sneaky. If
But-
you sneaky, you lying.
See, that's a devil's advocate right there. That was a good one.
You just said not cheating.
I said if you're doing that means I said you're sneaky, you're lying. But what did he cheat me? I said he would be cheating me out of the truth of who he really is. But
Yeah, that was a good.
cheating is not technically, when I'm not in a relationship with him, so technically he can
So
do
let me
what he
say- so-
wants.
also, let me
I
say-
have a
that
choice
was a
to
good
say I
one.
don't want
So you
him.
trying to
That was
now
a
you're
good one.
saying
That was a good one.
only a cheater if you married.
You're only cheating.
Wow.
Yeah.
So all these niggas out there running around, all these females fucking around, they ain't cheating, they regular dudes.
Technically,
Listen,
yes.
it's a breach of trust. That's I keep saying that. Cheating, if the only way I would feel cheated is if you wasn't honest and said, listen, I like a variety of women, I want to do X, Y, and Z. Give me the option to say, I don't know if I want to deal with a dude like this. I was cheated out of that. But as far as you sleeping with somebody else, that is your God-given right. You can do what you want with your ding-a-ling. I ain't put no APBs out on that.
Wow.
That's your stuff. That's always been my philosophy.
So you're not a cheater. You're not a cheater since you're not married.
In the eyes of no, you can't. I can't take you to court and say you cheated on me. They're gonna laugh at me and say, well.
Or if you kill that person, you're going to jail.
See, let me tell you how you're contradicting yourself. Because Candy said 20 minutes ago, she been cheated on.
Right,
by a boyfriend.
Listen.
By some boyfriend nigga.
She got cheated on.
Listen, hold on. Society calls it cheating. I don't. And my thing is, listen, if I wasn't married right now, right? Let's say I didn't have a husband, and I was with someone for 3 years, and I decided not to tell him I met somebody that I click with and I want to rock with, or whatever. In his mind, I'm cheating on him. In my mind, I have the right to do whatever. I'm moving sneaky. I'm moving funny. But I don't technically I don't owe you anything.
Correct.
So I'm not cheating on you. Hello.
See,
I made a choice to say, I want to do me.
And this is where that part right there, I disagree. Because we had a verbal, you said I don't owe him anything.
And I can verbally say,
when you said you don't owe him anything. When I courted you, when I took you out, we took each other out, we had an agreement. We had an agreement.
That's made to be broken at any time.
We had an agreement. I said, listen, me and you, we're gonna do us. There's no cheating, no infidelity, no nothing. This is an agreement we had. When you step out, you broke the bond. You cheated. We had an agreement. That's because it was on paper. Because it was on paper, that means you didn't cheat on me?
Time out.
You had an agreement.
Time out.
An agreement.
Time out.
Because I have the piece of paper saying I'm married.
No.
All this is a piece of paper.
Let's exclude
It's a
that.
piece of paper.
Wait, hold on. Let's exclude that. This is an at-will state, right? When you get hired, companies don't have to tell you they're letting you go and why, right? Although you sign a contract, you agree to the terms. Companies, when you get hired, companies do not have to tell you they're firing you and why. They can let you go at will anytime. You walk into work, your services is no longer needed.
Okay.
And you signed a contract when you took the terms. You agreed to the terms of the job, right?
You said
Let me finish. No, I'm saying that to say it's no different than being in a relationship. We verbally agreed to something and now I at will said goodbye. Without telling you.
It's not the same thing because it is
the same thing.
The same company, when we have an agreement, we have a marriage license, it's the same thing.
No, with the companies don't tell you that they firing you. When you walk in, they let you work for the day and then by 5 o'clock, they tell you sitting there like, what? Huh? It's no different than you find out that I'm with somebody, you fired.
The same question. The night before.
Listen.
The night before you found out you got married. You found out right now your wife cheated the night before you got married. Would you leave her? Okay,
No.
You want to leave her?
Oh, I'm leaving. Can I have one?
You talking about being married all this time and then found out 20 years ago, 20-some years ago?
You ain't even married 20 years.
You talking about the day before the wedding?
How long you been married? How long you been married?
You talking about the day before the wedding?
Nigga, you heard me?
Yeah.
Hell no. I'm saying, I just said if you've been married and then look back and found out she cheated, all that time invested.
How long you been married?
20 years, 21 years.
Oh, yeah, it's just, okay.
Yeah, ain't no need for you to go nowhere.
No, I'm saying, now if I found out coming in at the altar and, you know your wife fucked around on you before,
Yeah. Deuces.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you already know what you already know what you
That you just said, it's
yeah,
not cheating.
it ain't cheating, but I don't like it.
You know, but you
It
already
ain't
know.
cheating, but I don't like it. You can't tell me how to be mad. I don't like it.
She's showing you what you could potentially be going through down the line.
How? That's not true. How you gonna say that?
Well, you should have got your fucking ass bust at the bachelor party. You gonna do it right before the fucking wedding?
Hold on. But I didn't cheat
That's
on
what
you.
bachelor party for.
I didn't cheat
You
on
can
you.
suck all the dick and fuck all you want at the bachelor party.
I didn't cheat on you.
No, you're not listening to what I'm saying.
I can't look in the eye and say that. I didn't cheat on you.
No.
I didn't cheat on you.
What I'm trying to say is, you had the fucking women's, whatever that bachelor shit the women do, right? The bridal shower, whatever that shit y'all got, when they got the nigga jump out the cake, naked or shit. You want to play with some dick, you should have did it then. But you won't wait to be fucking rat on.
But it's not cheating. No, what difference does it make? You're not married.
Because that's your last rocks. Maybe because I might have my little stripper joint for my joint.
It's about the principle.
Get your rocks off.
And you doing all of
So
that.
you gonna go right before the wedding. You going in the back, get your ass busted, then gonna come out want to marry me? Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, listen, once we start dating, so that's the case. We might. So why even say?
I say you was messing around.
Let me say this.
Cheating on me.
No. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Once you become your fiance, you locked in.
Nah, he changing the rules.
No, I just thought about it. Once you become
Once you become the fiance, what?
No, why? Because the marriage license already been signed. You just didn't get a vow.
People are fiancés for years. I know somebody who was a fiance for 10 years.
Well, let me say this.
And no paperwork. There was no paperwork.
If you're a fiance and you went down and got your fucking marriage license, you locked in. You just got the vows to solidify. You shouldn't be doing shit. But if you just say, "Oh, I took the ring," but you ain't never go down to the courts to get your marriage license, shit, you still single with a ring.
Hold on. So you trying to tell me once you ask them to marry you, they're married?
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Absolutely not.
Once you say you all right, person proposed, right? Mm-hmm. Now you the fiance. Mm-hmm. If you don't go within that point to 6 months to go get the marriage certificate, the marriage license, you still single. And you still do what the fuck you want.
You're not. He sound crazy right now.
I'm not sound crazy because once you get the marriage certificate, you committed, basically locked in. You just got to get the vows done to solidify it.
So let me ask you a question. What he just said, once I get the marriage license, right? Am I still married?
You locked in.
You answer my question. Am I married?
Technically, you're not, but you are.
How?
Because y'all got a marriage license with both your names on it.
Am I married?
Listen, wait.
You just got the vows. You didn't do the vows.
Am I married?
No.
Am I married?
No.
No, you're not married.
So I can still cheat then?
No, you can't.
Oh my God.
You can't.
Oh my God. You just said it's not cheating. I'm not married.
I said it's off limits for the.
Now you
wait. If you get your license, that's not a marriage certificate.
If a person proposed, right? Mm-hmm. And then with that proposal, within that 6 months, you'll get your marriage license, right?
Yeah.
Once the person get the marriage license, all that want to play with extra pussies and dicks is off for everybody.
How?
In my eyes.
See, now he changed the rules.
I just told you. I said, hold up, I'm changing this shit because when you said you propose and get the marriage certificate, yes, that means y'all committed somewhere to go finish it.
If we're gonna deal with principles, then the person is wrong. But technically, Rich is right. Y'all not nothing yet because there was no vows, there was no document signed, there was no.
Good luck.
Remember the certificates. Remember when you go apply for your license, that only lasts for a certain amount of 30 days.
I understand that.
So technically, within 30 days, we can decide we don't even want to get married.
Now you see how it is. How you said once you sign the papers, it's off limits.
Because if you're going to get your, like you said, if it's 30, if you're going to get your marriage certificate, I mean you get married within the time.
Let me ask you a question.
Right?
You heard what he said?
Right, but a lot can happen in 30 days.
Hold on, you just said it's off limits once you sign the papers, right?
Yeah. The marriage certificate.
My thing is, I'm still looking at it as in a step before that. We're dating to get that paper. It's off limits.
Is that my water?
Great minds.
Okay.
We're dating to get to that part. It's off limits. I can't get to that part. We can't get to that part if you cheat on me. We can't.
It ain't no part of somebody.
Society.
If somebody broke your verbal contract, it would never get to that part.
Exactly.
So I'm not talking about. See, this is what I'm saying. If you're there, that means y'all respect each other. Now you want to go suck some dick before the day of the wedding.
Whoa, don't look at me when I say that. But don't look at me when you say that. Don't look at me when you say that, don't man. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. And say
if she want to go eat the stick before y'all say I do, you're fired.
No, I get it, but listen. Once you have an agreement with somebody, as a man, you tell somebody X, Y, Z. As a man, you keep your word. That's one of the traits of being a man or being a human being. Keep your word. I'm not saying I ain't cheating my life, but
so when you in a relationship with a woman, right? And then you start dating another woman at the same time and sleeping with her.
Excuse me? Say it again?
When you are in a relationship. Mm-hmm. A verbal, y'all had a verbal, whatever,
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then you start dating another woman.
I wouldn't do that.
I said if.
Okay. Why are you laughing though? Like he knows.
Because we know you lie.
No.
Anywho, moving on. And then you meet another woman and you click and you find her interesting or whatever. So you start, y'all start sleeping with each other, whatever. You know your term, cheating. You know you're cheating, right? But you go back home to your chick, your main boo, smile in her face, kissing on her and act like everything is okay.
Yes.
Right.
That's
so
cheating.
is that, so it's foul.
I'm a liar.
You're a liar.
I'm a cheater. Can't be trusted. These are all the traits. Yes, correct.
Okay, yeah.
Correct.
So-
100%.
And where the cheating come from is you cheated her out of the truth because you was doing you. She didn't know.
That's the only thing you cheated out
That's
of.
what I'm saying.
That's the only thing you cheated out of the truth.
No, that's all it is.
You misled her.
You
That's the
misled
only thing.
her.
That's
you
the only
cheated
thing.
her out of knowing.
That's it.
Instead of you saying, babe, you may not like this, but I had some pussy tonight that wasn't yours.
Or
But you're not gonna do that.
Or before you win and get the listen.
You're not gonna do
I'm about
that.
to go see another chick.
So you cheated her out of the truth of letting her know that
Nobody's
you were
doing
doing
that.
things behind her back.
Because people can't handle that.
Okay.
People can't handle that reality.
On that spectrum. So I cheated her out the truth.
That's it.
That's the only way I can say where it's cheating at.
So is that still cheating?
Out
I
the truth.
cheated
Yes.
out the truth.
Yes, that's cheating. You cheated out the truth.
No, listen.
That's just the truth.
Listen to me and listen to me
Okay,
well.
if I cheat somebody out of the truth, that makes me a cheater. I cheated her out
Yeah,
of the truth.
technically,
That makes me
okay.
a cheater.
Listen, if you put it like that, then yeah.
I'm a
but
cheater.
you have the right to date as many women as you want.
Correct.
Just be honest with the person.
Correct.
Then you won't be a cheater.
But the problem is with that,
That's
nobody
all.
want to face that reality when somebody say, listen, I'm going out. I ain't going with the fellas. I'm going to get my dick sucked. Nobody want to hear that.
Correct. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, but I get it. Y'all saying cheating is not cheating unless you're married. I get it. Fuck it. So that makes every single man and every single woman who's not in a relationship, they're no longer cheaters. In your eyes.
I'm not. Listen, that's the term that society wants to use, and that's what it is.
It depends on the individual.
All I'm saying is, I respect the process of the person. I just think that it's foul, and it was, it was a disservice to me because you could at least said, like, listen, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to, I want to do other women. I want to be with other women. I could be like, okay, no problem. I may not like it, but at least you told me. I know how to move now. But if you're gonna keep me under and do that, then I'll be like, you foul. But technically, you only cheating me out of me not knowing what you were doing to me. But you could do what you want.
So every man and every woman
we have the right to do what we want.
So every man and every woman who's not married, never been married, they can say, I'm not a cheater. They can basically say right now, they're not cheaters.
I hate that term. I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day,
they can say that.
No, they can't
Technically.
say that.
You just said you're not married. So no,
Technically.
Technically, you're not. Listen, they don't consider you being cheated on if you're not married. That's not my fault.
If you ever was in a relationship and you stepped away, you didn't cheat. But listen, before we go, you had another topic you wanted to talk about.
I just basically was saying, like, there's people in relationships, men and women both, who create problems for themselves in relationships, and then they go crying to their friends and people. Oh, I'm sick and tired. Every time I turn around, he's in my pocket or she's in my wallet. But you started out like that. You started out by whining and dining her, trying to, please her and appease her.
Wait a minute. You
everything.
said he in her pocket and she's in her pocket. You said he too?
No, he's either in her pockets or she's in his.
He?
Yes, it goes both ways.
She's saying both ways.
Well,
There's a lot of women who say,
Yes.
"Why you slow?" There's a lot of
I ain't slow.
There's a lot of men that's in women's pockets.
So basically, you're gonna sit there and live off the woman.
I know a few guys.
It's not about
that,
living off of a woman. It's about keeping what they have on some foul shit, and if a woman is always shopping for you,
where you live at? Where you live at? You live in this world, fam. No, guys don't take advantage of females.
every day, all day. What is he talking
I don't
about?
agree with it. It happens all the time.
It's not about if you agree. I'm saying there's women and men. There's women who started out by shopping for the man all the time, paying all his debts, whatever it is he wants, financing cars, doing all this crap. And then when she gets worn out and tired, she begins to complain.
Oh yeah, she created the monster.
You should have you created that monster, is what I'm saying.
Which shouldn't have been created in the first place.
Hello, right? And wait,
That's my shit.
But in the process, you're doing all of these things, and this man has done nothing to earn anything you've done.
Yeah, he did. They call him King Dingaling. He fucking her till her eyeballs going to the back of her
But
head.
wait. It had to start.
It gotta be.
Wait, hold on. It had to
For
start.
her to spend money.
It had to start. No, some people are naturally just tricks without having intercourse. And then they start tricking more when they have the intercourse.
Yo,
So,
don't do that. Don't say that on camera because these niggas gonna be looking for him. Don't do that on camera.
There's women out there like that and there's men out there like that.
Niggas, there's a bunch of niggas like that. I don't know too many women like that.
No, I know.
I know a few women like that.
See, don't do that. Now they're gonna be
I
coming
know
after
two.
you.
I know
Who?
two.
You know too?
I know two.
I know
Yeah,
at
but
least
I wouldn't consider her tricks like a trick, but she do too much.
Spending money ain't getting no cock? No. Stop.
She do too much.
That's because in her mind, she's thinking she's getting him to like her more.
So the bitch thinks she Robin Hood.
I can say this.
So she thinks she Robin Hood?
None of these people I'm talking about watch this podcast.
The reason why I can say this is because she's not attractive. So she has to spend that money.
Ooh, stop it now.
No, I'm calling it what it is. She has to spend that money.
What you mean she's not attractive?
She got paid like she weigh.
She's not attractive.
What do you?
She's not a good looker. She's not a good looker.
If I'm single and I meet her,
You gonna keep walking.
nah. What's my incentive? There's no incentive. She has no physical attraction.
So her spending her
So the
money
Benjamin make her
will make
attractive?
you make her attractive.
No.
The Benjamins.
No, it makes me send her a text. Good morning. That costs you. Good morning to you.
No, I know.
It's gonna
Listen,
cost you.
I know somebody personally.
It's gonna
who-
cost you.
Who's
gonna
dealt
cost
with a woman who's and because she had a lot of money and whatever and was just doing everything for him, he hung around her. But you see, things. Boomerang. That boomerang effect is something. You know what I'm saying?
Ladies, don't let niggas use you, man. Don't be fuck with the
It's hard to determine when you're being used.
Yo,
it's over a period of time when you realize, oh wait, this. You know what I'm saying?
Ladies,
You know.
don't be the you. Don't get used.
Not if somebody is pretending you don't.
Yes, but if you always spending your money and they not come out their pocket, at what point you realize I'm not being used? That went
in your mind,
on
you helping-
15 dates. You spent 15 times.
Because he got you thinking like he's trying to get on
No.
Yo, ain't that much charming in the world?
No, it's not.
15 dates, and she spent 15 times?
There's some men who are jobless. Well, they tell the woman that they're
Well,
jobless.
nigga gonna stay jobless, bitch.
I want to
Let
say
that
this,
nigga stay jobless.
Like I said, when we were talking about earlier,
The fuck outta
it's
here.
easy for a female to cheat. Because if I was in a club, I can't walk into a lady and say, listen, I'm married, or I can give you some penis. What's she gonna look at me? She gonna throw a drink
Well,
at me?
wait. And my last, including my husband, 3 have told me it's easy to cheat on me. And you know what? When I asked that question, at first I was like, nonchalant. Second time, aloof, whatever. But then when my husband said it, I said, wait a minute. What am I doing that this is the third person that I'm in a relationship with said that to me? So I said, why do you say that? And he's like, you don't check in. You don't call, and it's not that I'm not like how do you call it? Like
A
I don't know what other women are doing. Right. Y'all consider that being a pest? Mm-hmm. Okay, well,
somebody call her every 2 hours on an hour, every 2 hours on
no,
every
but
2
what
hours.
I'm saying is if I know that you
call her every hour on an hour.
You can't get you said people
No,
you allow something.
She asking what they call it. I said pest.
When I know that you said me and Mike are going to the basketball game.
You trust what he said?
Or I may trust it or not, but the type of person that I am, I'm not putting energy into calling so I can hear a background or asking you out. While you out, I got my own, stuff that I like to do, and I'm happy that he's gone. So now I could have Cammy time.
Yeah.
So it's not that I don't care. It's that I'm enjoying my time. I'm watching the karate movie. I love my kung fu movies or whatever it is that I'm doing. And you'll call me, and sometimes I'm irritated. Like, dang, you at the damn basketball game. What you want? But I'll answer, hey, how you doing? Whatever. And then it's like, I'm working on that. But I'm like, I'm not the type of person because I know you out. It is easy to cheat on me because if you're going to be cheating on me in peace, because if you really not with Mike at a basketball game, you at a hotel with Denise, then y'all just going to be rocking out. Because I'm not.
That's a gift and a curse, though.
That's what I'm saying. It's easy to cheat because you don't check up. It's easy for a female to cheat. Because in the same token, if it was a female cheating on a guy, all you have to tell this guy, this is my husband Colin, he's getting free pussy. He gonna let you rock out. You don't think so?
Oh, see, because he talking
You
about.
don't think so?
See,
Right.
what, no,
If
wait,
you meet-
no,
if you meet a
wait,
guy
no.
and
Listen,
tell him,
Kimmy. What
"Yo,
he's saying?
I'm in a relationship. I'm married, but we can still do you, do us." He gonna be okay with it.
That's why I don't move. I would move
No,
like that because it's about me.
Because the guy is gonna be more understanding. And he gonna shut up for you.
A woman too.
No.
No.
They gonna make a noise. They gonna do something.
No,
to try to let you
not
know.
all women. No, that's not true.
It's
That
a
is
nice
not
majority
true.
that want to be heard.
Not all women. Some women know how to play their position and be like, oh, I've never messed
Let me
with
say
a married
this:
man.
the ones you didn't
But
lie to,
I know someone.
the
who
ones you
has.
didn't lie to, you can get that type of energy sometimes, but if you ain't tell them nothing, and you gotta step away, and, babe, what you doing? You done.
From experience.
Shut up! I'm on the phone. Now you done.
They make
Y'all talking about these lame bras then because I
No,
mean,
but I just said the ones you told might have that respect. Let me shut up. Let me handle his business. Their still face might be frowned up, but the ones you lied to, I gotta take this phone call. Babe, what you say you want to eat? What? Now you doing shit because you want to be heard. But you ain't telling the situation.
listen, and this was like right before I had my daughter. This is many years ago. I dated a guy who had a girlfriend and they was having any problems or whatever the case may be. And I used to be like, step out the car if that's her calling. I don't want to hear their conversation and I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be involved.
Yeah,
The less
that's
I know, the
you.
better.
That's you.
So what I'm saying is, that's what I'm saying. Like, for what? What I need for her, I ain't trying to get him in trouble. Especially if he's my sponsor. Like, I'm not trying to mess that up.
Sponsor.
Huh? Sponsor.
You heard me say, yo, that's how you operate. Some women don't operate like that.
Well, yeah, like I said, whatever the case may be. it's
And
easy.
for what? That's doing what?
Because
To blow him up is to
what
do what?
what a chick told me years ago, number two
I'm saying
plan
to blow
on
him
being
up is
number
to do
one.
what? Okay, now she knows. Now what? Now it's problem for y'all.
No,
Y'all
no.
can't even rock no more.
Now he's
See,
all you.
what y'all don't
No,
understand.
that's not true. Because some women will forgive and it'll still be another headache and keep going and going. So no.
Yeah, but that's what they think mentally. Like if I get her out the picture, he's
The
all mine.
majority of these women, black women, always forgive y'all.
Listen,
When y'all do your stuff.
look.
I'm like deuces.
Listen, we
and
know
I'm
A
not
woman
doing it.
said, a woman told me she played number two because her plans is to be number one.
What?
That's her method of thinking.
She played a side. 'cause she
I'm
wanted
gonna
to be
play
the
number two, but the goal is to be number one. So
That's well, she's not God. How she know she gonna be number one?
no, she's telling you I'm gonna play number two because her plans to be. She might never win the race, but her plans is to become
Then it
number
would be
one.
all for nothing.
Listen,
She sound like a fool.
This is before we can start. We can take this on next episode. On the next episode, this is another episode of All You. Any shout out?
Are you next?
I'm not next for this, but I'm next. Shout out to the Blood Sagas. Avery Brown, part 2 is out. My book is on its way. Y'all go cop yours. Blood Sagas 2. Go get your copy.
Shout out to Harlem Horror Stories as well. Shout out to Yo New York Clothing. Yo New York Couture.
Black and yellow.
And shout out to everybody who watched.
Shout out to my nigga Cheezo and my nigga Harlem Rob.
Shout out to my daughter Sequoia, my son CJ. Love you guys.
Peace.
And shout out to
All the cheaters.
you ugly chicks that keep take care of these niggas.
Peace.
All
We
the
got 20
cheaters.
seconds. I forgot to delete the card just.
All the cheaters and the non-cheaters.
Peace!